when I laugh to get through it. Don't feel bad for me. That's just my Traumedy.
Hey everyone, it's Alex.
It's Chloe.
I'm Allison.
And this is
Traumedy. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you want?
Yes. You know what? That's exactly what we wanted.
And guess what, guys? This is what we look like.
Hi.
So, hello. Well, before we get into things, let me just say we are going to attempt video for this. So, if you're listening and you've enjoyed it, but you don't see a video for it, it's because we ultimately decided we didn't want to use the video, but here's the audio.
Yeah. So
regardless.
And if you are listening and it is up, go check out the link somewhere.
It's going to be in the show notes and on our Instagram.
And you can come hang out with us. And
Yeah.
we can't see you, but you can see us.
Yeah. So also with that being said, along with now perfecting video, even if this doesn't go up, we're figuring out video. That's just going to be a part of this.
Yeah. And we'll get better at it.
Obviously.
I promise.
Only up from here.
Yep.
But along with that, we've kind of decided on from feedback from all of you and kind of just our own talks about the growth of the podcast, we've kind of established a new sort of blueprint for how we're going to do each episode, tying it back into the purpose that really brought this whole podcast to life, which was, coping and dealing with traumas beyond just laughing at them. And with some more research-based information that Chloe is going to be doing on the pod.
Hey, guys, I'm Chloe.
She's coming with the facts.
Coming with the facts.
Listen, I love a good fact.
She does.
I love a good fact. I love a good little tidbit.
A blurb, if you will.
I love a blurb.
Wow.
Blurbs are great.
I love me a blurb. And so I will be blurbing some straight knowledge
Yes.
into your
Spitting.
ears.
And we are going to be on a more consistent schedule as well, which we're excited about. We have a lot of cool things. Like we are about to have an episode where we're doing a pod swap. So stay tuned to see who we're pod swapping with.
Hey, yo.
We're very excited about that. And then we've got friend of the pod, Megan, our friend Megan.
Our friend Megan?
She's going to be on next week. We're really excited about that. So thank you for tuning in. And I hope you enjoy the new content that we're rolling out here.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
You know why? Because that's just my Traumedy.
And if you hate the singing, I don't know what to tell you.
Because it's just part of this. It's part of the deal.
It's part of the.
It's
part of our lives.
this deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you are watching, you'll be you notice that Alex is wearing a Meyer hat.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're just listening, I'm so sorry. Please go look at it because wow, is it a good hat?
Oh,
And
listen.
It's a great.
where'd you
hat.
get that?
So, so I recently also had a birthday.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Happy birthday, Alex.
Oh my God, thank you. And for my birthday, Allison got me this dope ass tracksuit BTS merch that is so nice.
Furthering the agenda.
Yep. Some earrings that are Jimin inspired. So like my bias.
Yep.
And she also got me this hat that I'm wearing and another one. So I have a black Meyer hat and a cream Meyer hat.
That's because I kind of got scammed and I had to get a second one, but then I got the first one, so you got two.
I lucked out.
Yeah.
Because did you have to pay for the second one?
I know I got reimbursed.
So
for
like
it, yeah.
this all worked out for everyone.
It
to
I
be
would get
honest.
one free.
But they were
Truly.
both free.
No, I had to pay for one.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
You
Why don't
ahead.
get one free? That sounds like a Meyer
You got-
deal. So
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, an M-Perks,
Shout out Meyer.
if you will.
and perks.
Do I miss it?
Yeah.
Shout
Oh
out
my
Meyer.
How
We're lucky
was
to-
your birthday? What happened? What's up?
Oh my God. So my birthday was great. I turned 32. Don't know why that felt appropriate.
So weird.
And I had two things on my actual birthday, which was Friday the 11th. My friends, we attempted to go do what we call a mini night, which is you go miniature golfing with miniature drinks and miniature fun-sized activities, and all of your clothes have to be miniature.
Yep.
Which
Interpret as
wasn't
you will.
really enforced.
I
No.
wore my Minnie Mouse socks.
I bought children's Minnie Mouse hair
Had-
ties.
Yeah, it wasn't
Mhm.
enforced though.
And
Yeah.
I didn't really wear them, but
It was also
The effort was there.
It was a little chilly out, wasn't it?
Well, turns out
Twas.
it didn't matter because they turned us away.
It was
We
too
were
full.
turned away from mini golf. And then someone had the bright idea to go bowling, which is an incredible backup. So then we went and did 2 games of bowling where My team absolutely dominated,
You did.
Listen.
and Chloe and Allison were on a team with Haley and Jane,
Yeah.
right?
We were just vibing.
We
then it
were
was-
having a great time.
Yeah.
And they,
honestly.
I mean, everyone was having a great time,
It was
but we really
such a fun night.
blew it out of the water.
It was.
We let
really,
you in
really
for your
fun.
birthday.
Yes, and I appreciate it. So that was my
Sure.
birthday night, and that was lovely. And then the next night, Chloe hosted at her house a party for me that she and Allison put together. So thank you so much. 90s themed. I'll post a little picture for you guys to see. It was super fun. So thank you for that. I had a great birthday. And
It's very
Dylan,
fun.
Chloe's boy from South Africa, he made my birthday cake because my favorite birthday cake is blue velvet cake, and the restaurant that makes it has closed, which is tragic.
R.I.P. Milk.
R.I.P. Milk. Not to be confused with Milk Bar, so calm down. But Chloe's boyfriend Dylan from South Africa, he recreated it, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. So thank you, Dylan.
It was a tasty cake.
The night that I had to give you the news that Milk had closed.
Yeah, that was a
very
rough
scary.
night. I literally thought she was like
my
stressed. I
gosh.
thought she was stressed about planning my birthday, and I was like, "Oh my god, don't worry about it." She's like, "Click the link," and I was like, "No, it's totally fine. Like, don't worry about it." She's like, "Click the link," and it was like, "We have permanently closed." I was like, "Are you?"
I was like,
kidding me?"
I'm so sorry.
So funny. My birthday was great, though. So,
So
thank
good.
you.
I'm glad.
And
It was very fun.
yeah, and then you jumped right into production.
Yeah. Wait,
What are you working on?
Yeah, what are you working on? Can you
Is
say?
that- Oh, yeah, I did start going into production. Yeah, so I am production designing a feature right now.
Love it.
And this is my first solo production design feature gig. So I'm
It's so
really
exciting.
excited about it.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're in mid-production right now, and it is pretty fun.
Love it.
It's a comedy, my first ever comedy, and so yeah, it's been a great time on set.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You have it. One of your movies you worked on is going to be coming out soon, right?
Yeah. Romeo and Juliet Killers that I co-production designed with our dear friend Karina.
yes.
Corinne's.
Karina's.
We know you're
yes.
not listening.
Nope. Not listening.
She said she did listen to a couple. But-
We'll quiz her later.
Yeah. Well, okay, should we put in a little Easter egg for
Hey,
her?
Karina, if you're listening to this,
Tell Allison
that you do not need to borrow her paperclip anymore.
that that your papers can be loose.
Okay, there's the message.
All right.
Testing
We'll
our
see.
friends. We're going to do it all the time,
Yes, but that's coming out on Tubi.
which we have to have a watch party for.
100%.
Yeah, Hundo P.
Hundo P.
Hundo.
It's looking pretty good. Pretty good.
Exciting.
So, and you were just on a trip for your job.
I was on a trip up north. Sounded like
Cool
this-
song.
I was on a
I
trip
was-
up north. Yeah, twice. I did so much traveling the last week. I am good with a traveling break, but my new job, we just moved into a new space in Glendale, California. So that's been really exciting. We were just got in there the middle of last week. So tomorrow will be our start of our first full week there. Very excited about that. Also, Allison moved in. Allison now lives
I
here.
did. Hi.
So we're roommates.
This is our home.
This is our home. And
This is my grandma's
This
tree.
is right here. This is Norma.
It's my grandma Norma's tree, and her name is Norma.
So she's
That's it.
she's with us
She is with us.
wherever we go.
So the people I was living with are moving somewhere else, and it
Mhm.
was just time for me to let them be
Yeah.
together. And so I moved in with Alex. It was really nice of you to offer.
It was. I'm glad it worked out. So now, whenever Jasmine comes back, there is. It's a very
There's
creative
3 of us.
household.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all been good, and I've just been traveling so much with the new job, and we just got a new space in Glendale. So we are getting settled into that this week, which will be exciting because I'm kind of ready for a little more structure. I know it's like the beginnings of things, and that's never predictable, but I just like to have a little bit more structure to the schedule.
Yeah. So, can you explain kind of what your job entails?
Yeah, so I'm doing a few things. Like I'm working on the creative side within this company, but I'm also in the marketing side of it. Will be leading large team eventually, and kind of overseeing our whole entire events program and what that looks like for spreading brand awareness as well as implementing it across other brands within this company. So it's like a real big boy job.
Would you consider it at a startup?
Yeah, it is part of a startup.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like I worked with these people, or the ones that hired me. I worked with them for that event that I did back in October. And we kind of got to know each other through that, and that kind of led to this, which has been really exciting.
That is very very cool.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
It's just exciting.
It's nice to know that your like hard work is noticed by people outside of your employer, and
Yeah.
that's cool.
You got headhunted.
Truly.
Kind of.
And it's happened before.
It's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Really killing it.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Maybe you should help people do that.
Let me help you get hired at jobs you don't work at while you're
What a
working
niche,
at jobs.
huh?
Yeah.
And so your company, speaking of marketing,
Speaking of marketing,
Yeah.
is
social media influencing.
Yeah. Along with that, your business is also going to be launching new products.
Yeah, I don't know if people know that, but I am a part of the YouTube group, The Fitness Marshal. If you don't know, I'm sure you do. But we also have a clothing company called Active Booty, where we make activewear. And we have been expanding our products and all of that recently. We released an initial group of clothes, and then it took us a long time to perfect what we have been working on now. So we did a line not too long ago, and then we're going to be doing new products, and I'm excited about that. It's very exciting.
Shout out Active Booty Signature Mesh Tee.
Oh, we love a signature mesh tee.
It is my favorite.
I'm excited to see what you guys come out with, because
I know, I'm excited for everyone to try it.
Yes, we have merch,
we have merch.
and we love it.
We love our Active
Thank
Booty
goodness.
signature active.
This is not an ad
mesh
for
tee.
the company that I
Enter promo code Traumedy for 5%
Right.
off
If-
your order of $800 or more.
$800.
That's a
Yeah.
steal at any price.
Truly.
Wow.
And then what about you, Chloe?
Yeah. So
How's your work been?
like we said earlier, I started working on this new feature, and it's really cool. I'm leading the art department in
Can you explain what that really means? Because I really don't work on movies,
Yeah,
and you guys
so-
both have. So
I really don't work on movies.
I really don't. I don't know what that means.
So the production designer is the department head of the art department.
Okay.
So they're the ones who come up with the conceptual design of the set.
Okay.
So they also oversee all of the props that are being used, any like set dressing, just things like that. So for example, there's a scene that takes place in a bedroom, a high school girl's bedroom. And the director, I read the script, the director said like, I want it to be like really like Mean Girls vibe, like Regina George's bedroom.
Yeah.
And so I came up with like kind of a lookbook design. And then I had my team kind of source those items, and then like on the day we put it all up and dressed all of it, things like that. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So you really work hand in hand with the director and the writers, I guess, too. But
Cool.
and the DP, the director of photography, that's in a camera.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Big job.
Yeah, it's a big job, and I'm relatively new to the art department, so it's pretty crazy. This is a very interesting experience.
Is it going well? Do you enjoy it?
So far so good.
That's good.
But yeah, there's always those lingering feelings of like, do I deserve this? And am I,
Yeah.
am I just faking
Oh,
it?
do I?
Am I just faking it? And that, my friends, is called
Imposter syndrome.
Wow, we rehearsed that, guys. We're not going to lie to you.
We rehearsed it.
We might have had, I just hit myself with the face. We might have had an outline,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, imposter syndrome's real. It's real. And I think it comes from a lot of areas. And one that I was thinking, as we were talking about this, I was like, I realized part of it comes from this like weird thought of not thinking I'm deserving of like a very high paying job.
Oh.
Like there's some reason there's guilt in that. Like if you're not bleeding, your hands aren't bleeding and you're not working, 50 to 60 hours a week, you should not be making like a lot of
Or
money.
if you didn't go to school for 14 years.
Right.
That, my dear friends, is the toxicity of capitalism.
Ah.
Well, it all adds to me feeling like I am an imposter when I am in this, like my current situation where it's just like mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, we all three definitely feel it, I'm sure.
Yeah, when we sat down to talk about topics we would want to discuss this season, this was a big one for all three of us in all different ways, but we're all like, we feel that.
Yeah.
I think for you, Alex, like usually high positions that have titles of like
Director,
vice president, director, whatever, like in our, especially in the Midwest, but in small towns, like those people are usually older men for one, but like older people to us.
Right.
Like, so we seem like young still. I still feel like I'm a kid sometimes. So that's part of it. I feel like
that's
that
true.
you being like a young person already in that, and people probably treating you that way, maybe not in your company, but like feeling like, are people going to see me as an authority figure because I'm not 50 years old, I'm not 60 years old.
That's a really good point.
Yeah
I think that definitely makes sense.
It doesn't. Do you think it has? Well, I guess it depends, because I feel it in different ways, and then like I will have moments of like for instance, when I was producing all those music videos, and it's like at first I was like, oh, the producer credit is just thank you, and then it's like after a few I'm like, no, I'm literally producing the shit out of this. So that is a worthy title of what I'm doing. But I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't tell people that, even though I'm literally credited in each of the videos as that. Just like, oh, I help out on these.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know. I literally found that out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, see, that
you were like showing me a video, and you were like, "Yeah, I shot this," and I was like, "What, Alex? Like you
camera operate,
downplay that so much."
Yeah.
And that was so even in that situation, I was just like, oh fuck. But it's like I was doing it successfully, and I have videos I've produced that have over 100 million views. Like it's wild.
Insane.
It is crazy. So how do you feel imposter syndrome in your job?
I feel it on the actual like talent side. I guess I also feel it in the clothing side, but it's really cool being a part of something that reaches so many people. And when we would go on tour with the Fitness Marshal, we would have these meet and greets, and people would come up to us and hug me and say like, you have changed my life. Like I didn't think that I could do this. I didn't think I could lose weight. I didn't think that I could dance. Or you've given me, seeing you on stage being so confident has given me the confidence to do XYZ. And that is crazy to hear.
Wow.
For one.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing and so humbling and really like lovely to hear those words. But that's where it kind of started for me to be like, I have to be perfect for these people because I'm seen as this positive light to them. And I love that. But like maintaining that image and bettering myself as well. Like if I don't do that, then I'm not worthy of those people feeling that way about me. And
I feel like imposter syndrome and perfectionism go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because you never feel like you are quite good enough to be achieving this goal.
Yeah.
And so you keep striving for more.
Yeah.
But
and having people's emotions correlate to me, my actions, or how I'm presenting myself is scary.
Yeah. That is.
It is very scary.
How do you feel it?
I mean, I feel it because once again, I would say I wouldn't consider myself like green in the art department world, but I do feel like, there are people that have worked in this industry longer who are not getting these opportunities. And that is just so bonkers to me that like I get to do this. And so I'm always feeling like I'm not adequate enough to handle this, or, you know, like I don't use the like fancy apps that some people do to like organize their space.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I don't really know anything about Photoshop. Like I just, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like I have the proper tools in order to succeed, but like I got chosen for this for a reason, you know. I just do feel sometimes that I am inadequate.
Well, too, I think that also has a lot to do with the fact that there was at no point in your life where you like, you know what, my dream, I'm going to work in the art department of films.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
something that totally happened to you by accident that you realized you had a passion for, but like
Yeah.
never intended on coming out to Hollywood to work as a
No.
like a production designer. What?
Yeah.
No, I have a degree in criminal
Yeah.
justice.
Yeah.
Like I did not go to school for something like this. And I
Yeah.
know that some people did. And
Yeah, like people literally dream of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that doesn't mean that I'm not like working my ass off.
Oh, no.
And that doesn't
Right.
mean that like, you know, I'm like stealing someone else's job. But
Right.
yeah.
I think too, you can bounce that. You can go even further than, you know, say even like you're in a job you never thought you'd be in. Because like you always wanted to be a dancer. You literally
Yeah.
get to dance. I always wanted to
Yeah.
be in music. I'm in music, you know, so this is,
Yeah.
it is completely different.
Yeah.
But I know like for me, my imposter syndrome too goes way back to like childhood, in that my parents made it really clear to me really early on that I was kind of like, I mean, my older sister and I were raised very similarly. Well, I used to think we were all raised the same, but there is a very obvious difference in the way that my older sister and I were raised versus my younger brother and sister.
And it shows.
And it's weird because my brother and I are so close in age, but something was very different about the way we were raised. But older sister was a bit more rebellious than I. And when I realized there was reward from mom and dad for literally any number of things, whether it be tattletaling or cleaning up after dinner without being asked, or like helping mom when she was babysitting, and, you know, just all these things, I started to be like, oh, okay, so there's like great reward in doing something good or going above and beyond. Overachieving. And I carried that into everything I did. It was like, how can I make sure I shine in this situation? And then if it didn't go perfectly, I'm like, oh my God, and no one said anything about it. Like, oh God, they hated it. Everything's bad. I'm getting fired.
Yeah. Yeah. The like constant need to be an overachiever and being a perfectionist. I definitely saw in my childhood too.
Yeah.
Being like, I was in beauty pageants as a kid. And so like I had to be perfect. And then my brother and sister, I'm the youngest, my brother and sister, they didn't really like excel in sports. And I like worked really hard to play sports.
Yeah.
And my dad once told me like I was his last hope for a good athlete. And so I felt like I had to be a good athlete. So like I worked really hard in volleyball, and I tried to like be that overachiever and that perfectionist in like everything that I do. And so I think that still carries over from my childhood.
So I find it not interesting, but you guys talking about your feeling like you had to be perfectionists as children. And I don't know that I really felt that way. So I don't know where the switch happened for me. I felt like I was pretty decent at things that I did as a kid.
Okay.
And
years older, do you think the 5-year age difference too, you didn't really ever feel competition?
I looked up to my sister a lot.
Okay.
Because she was really successful in like show choir and singing and performing. But I just really looked up to her. Like, that's why I wanted to get into dance and wanted to get into show choir.
Yeah.
And then whatever I was doing, like I was just like pretty good at it. And so I never, other than when my parents coached me in things, we would get in tiffs, but it wasn't about being the best. Like I will say that, my parents didn't make me feel like I had to be the best or I wasn't worthy. So I'm not sure where my imposter syndrome changed. I think it's just having somewhat of an online presence and having followers or fans or whatever. I think that world was so new to me because I had resigned myself to not being in dance anymore. Like I was in college for dance, and then I realized I wasn't going to become a commercial dancer in the sense of like auditioning for music videos or like whatever it is. Like I knew that I had understood that probably wasn't going to be my path.
Yeah.
And then I was in the corporate business world for so many years and just performing or having my outlet of dance and choreography just kind of be on the side that like I didn't ever think that I would be back on stage myself. And so then when that happened, and then it's snowballed into all these things that I think that it just like over time I was like, whoa, how do I actually get to do my dream job? Like that's crazy.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
I
then,
feel like that's what I would assume hearing your story.
And then having fans and having like over 3 million people like be subscribed to the channel, and then like the very first video that I was in has over 30 million views, and that's crazy. So like I think that it's slowly just like all those realizations of those milestones,
and it happened so fast. So fast.
It's like was hard for my brain to compute. And then just feeling like well,
like
who
when
are you?
When's the rug gonna be pulled out from under me? What is this?
And now I live here, which I never thought was gonna happen. And like it's just like it's still, my mind is still catching up to the cool things that I'm doing, and I think that's where it comes from for me.
Well, you know what time it is?
What time? Is it fact
It's
time?
time for a blurb.
Okay, work.
So there was the first person to establish the imposter syndrome was a woman.
Hey.
And her
Shout out to women.
And her name was Suzanne.
Okay, Suzanne.
And she found it used to be called the imposter phenomenon, so they could be one or the other.
Okay.
But she found that imposter syndrome happens most to people who had to be overachievers as a kid, or people with anxiety. So ding, 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 ding.
I do think that I have that.
It is.
Yeah, because you feel like, you know, you're always on edge. You're always like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And so it's like,
you know, back home.
But she said that it just occurs most amongst high achievers who are unable to internalize and accept their success. And so they think that it happened from luck rather than hard work.
Oh.
I feel that.
Yeah. She also found She also found that it happens mostly in women.
That tracks.
Whoa.
Mostly in women who were high achievers as kids and have anxiety. And so I'm just like,
hey, you got it all, huh?
Yeah.
It's me. It's me. And it also actually happens more to Asian Americans.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that is you, drop us a comment so that we can learn more about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
It's also something that I don't know that it's something that I will ever get over. I also feel like there's a level of it that is humbling.
Yeah.
Because there is part of imposter syndrome, I guess at its core, is truly like, I don't know, maybe there's some gratitude in there. Like, I was
going to say like a strive to do better.
Yeah.
A strive to keep pushing.
Because that is like on my most nervous day in a job that I am feeling extra like an imposter, like more intensely for whatever reason, I am able to kind of calm down by being like, okay, well, this is just a humbling moment. I'm just humbling myself. Don't get a big head here. Just, go with it. So that's, I just feel like that's probably just always going to be a part of my narrative. For some reason.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because she also says in this study that people who have imposter syndrome rarely ask for help.
Do you know how many times in the short amount of time I've lived with Alex over here, I've said some version of, hey, can I help you do that? Or what can I do?
Women are not allowed to take out the trash.
And you're always like, nope, I got it.
Yeah, and they rarely ask for help.
Yeah.
Look, we're just being literally singled out by this one woman.
Yeah, she really knows us.
She's saying the most. And this study happened in 1978.
Whoa.
How is it still valid to this day?
I mean, it will probably never not be.
Yeah.
But I do like what you said about like it not being a terrible thing, because you never want to be like a douchey, I'm the best and I deserve that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, you deserve it, but like to come off as that, like too much
Yeah.
is not
There's a difference
cute
between
look.
cocky and confidence.
Yeah. And I think that there is a version of like kind of a healthy imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
So because like a little bit, in moderation. You can be like,
I'm
oh,
sure
man.
it's like not. I'm sure like if we talk to a psychologist or something, it would be like you need to work to not
Yeah.
feel this way.
Yeah.
But it's not the worst thing that you could feel.
I agree.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not consistent. It's like some days it's worse than others, depending on what's happening.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Yeah. I think we should call up Suzanne and be like,
Do you think she's still living?
we should look that up.
I'm doing it right now. What's her name?
Suzanne with a Z and then Imes, I-M-E-S.
Okay.
But yeah, it says, she also says, an imposter may procrastinate putting off an assignment out of fear that he or she won't be able to complete it to the necessary high standards. Or he or she may over-prepare, spending much more time on a task than is necessary.
Interesting. Which one are you?
I think I'm both somehow. Sometimes I'm one and sometimes I'm the other. Most of the time I am the procrastinator though.
Interesting. I feel like I'm neither of those, and I have to finish it because I said I would. But I don't know that I procrastinate too much or that I overdo it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But because like in school, I was never a procrastinator. I was always like, if I have a paper due in 4 weeks, like I would make sure that I broke it up to do little by little.
I can't imagine what that mind frame is.
I would be like, hey, you have a paper due at this amount of time. I would break it up. I need to do this much this week, this much this week, this much this week, instead of putting it off until the week that it was due and then doing it all at the same time. Like that was always my mindset.
How many gel pens did you have?
I have some upstairs.
You just seem like a gel pen girl.
I wish that I actually was, one of those girls that have the perfect planner with all the. No, I wasn't that girl. I wish that I was that girl.
Okay,
but
No Lisa Frank.
No, but I was just like so scared of not getting it done and failing and getting an F and that type of thing. So, but I knew that I value my sleep too much to pull an all-nighter. So I was like, no, I'm gonna get it done in this amount of time.
I don't value anything, so I would do things the morning of.
Yeah,
if need be.
Nope.
Suzanne lives. This is her.
Is she on the left or the right?
We'll throw that picture up for you on the gram and or on the YouTube video.
Suzanne, thank you so much for all of your insight.
Yeah, they still cite her work. Psychologist Dr. Valerie Young just did a whole imposter syndrome, looks like seminar, and she used Suzanne's teachings.
Wow. I hope Suzanne doesn't have imposter syndrome because, girl, you deserve this.
Yes.
Yeah, you deserve it. And wow. That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So there was another study that I found about, and it gives you kind of tips on how to help with your imposter syndrome if it's getting to be a little too much. And actually, one of the biggest suggestions is to just talk about it. Talk about it with your peers, with your employer, with your friends, and they kind of can validate you. Like a little validation doesn't hurt.
No.
So, if you're, you can go to like your colleague or something and you're like, I can't believe that like I'm doing this right now. It's so crazy. And they can be like, you deserve it. And you can be like, wow, I'm seen.
Yes,
or they'll say
queen.
you don't deserve it and I want your position.
That's true.
Well, who are you working with?
I'm working for Miranda Priestley.
I was going to say Dwight Schrute.
I will say that I worked with some amazing people in my prior job, but there were people who definitely would have said that to me. And shout out to those people because I deserved it.
Yeah, you did.
And then also just reframing your thoughts and saying to yourself, does this thought help or hinder my ability to complete this task? If it's hindering you, if you're saying to yourself like, oh, I don't think that I have the skills that I can do this. Like when I was doing some of my prep work, I said that to myself. But that's just hindering my ability to actually do the task, you know? So like just being like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. I don't use those fancy programs, but I'm going to figure this out.
Yep.
Doing that with
Yeah.
a can-do attitude it helps you out so much more.
I will say, I'm going to validate you both right now, because in the short time I've known you, you guys both are people who do just figure things out. And I think that's really cool. Like you both,
Wow, thank
both
you.
of you are very handy in the physical form, but I feel like also mentally, like you guys are both really, really smart people. And I really think that you guys just like are so cool in the fact that you can figure things
gosh.
out.
Thank you so
So,
much.
wow,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Wow. I didn't deserve that.
No, me either.
Oh my gosh, good acting, guys.
Yes.
She's just saying that because I put her front license plate on.
Oh my god, wow. I've been illegally driving around, guys, for a year,
Yeah.
almost a year,
Whoa.
with no front license plate, because in Indiana we don't have those.
No,
And
we don't
that's
need 'em.
weird. But I couldn't get it on, and today Alex changed my life.
It's there. She's
Wow.
attached securely.
And you know who took out the trash?
Not her.
Not Allison.
I
Because
tried.
ladies do not take out the trash.
I wish that could be.
If you're a lady and you want to take out
If you
you're
want
a lady
to.
and you want to take out the trash, you do it, girl.
Yeah, if you want to. But if there's a man there, it should be him. Unless you really want to. Gay, straight, bi, doesn't matter.
A man.
A man.
just any old man
Trans.
will
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
do.
A man?
LGBTQ.
Q plus
IA.
A.
All who identify as male.
Yeah.
So wait, what happens if Allison ever lives alone? Who takes out her trash?
Yeah,
Well, if it's
what?
just her, then it's fine. It's just as long as a male is present. Also, ladies, girls in the front on Sundays. Doesn't matter if you're going to church or not. That is just a rule across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Girls sit in the front on Sundays.
They sure do.
I sit in the
Not-
front because I get car sick, and so does Chloe, and that is a conundrum for
only
us
on
when
Sundays
we're riding together.
because women are not allowed in the front seat
my gosh.
except for Sundays.
Wait, is that a real thing?
It's
So it was a rule in my family
Yeah.
because the girls would be in dresses
Yeah.
and they should
that
not
you
have
get
to
on the
climb
crawl.
over.
Gotcha.
I'm
But I like
looking
to.
forward
I
the
like to think
Tesla
it's just
today.
It's bad.
Oh yeah, no, but I just like to think that's a nice rule. Ladies in the front on Sundays,
Yeah.
and don't take out the trash.
I will take out the trash if I damn well
Fine.
want to, Alex.
But if I come down and you're doing it, I'm not going to be able to stand there and let it happen. It just causes me a lot of inside pain.
You know what? I really will let you. It's fine.
Great.
That's
What do
a
you?
weird hill to die on.
I can't help it.
Drop us in the comments what your weird hill to die on.
Yeah, for real.
One night I came home and she had brought the dumpsters back in, and I literally had anxiety about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was like, that was nice, but oh my god, what am I going to have to do to make up for it?
Oh my god, that is an imposter.
Yeah.
A roommate imposter.
Yeah.
So funny.
We'll break that down in therapy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
Well, so what are you getting into this week?
What am I getting into?
I know what you're getting into. I just wanted you to say it.
Oh my gosh, fun. It's crept up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for my birthday that is next month, our friend Haley is taking me to New York City, which is one of my favorite cities, and I'm very excited
Yay.
about it.
And you're going to see?
We're going to see Wicked. Haley is going to her first Broadway show, like in
On
New York,
Broadway.
like on Broadway. And I let her choose what show she wanted to go to. I've seen Wicked before, but I will always see it again.
Yeah.
And
Never
I'm
gets
very
old.
excited for her to experience that. It's so fun to be like in Times Square or
Mhm.
on the street where all the Broadway shows are, and like the vibe is just so fun. So
100%.
I'm excited for that. And we're
That's
just
really
gonna you'll see lots of pictures and video and all of that because
Yay.
we are getting content while we're there.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you
of course.
rapping this week, Chloe?
No, we have like 2 more weeks of production, and then I'm going into like March 5th or 6th or something like that.
Whew.
So yeah,
Oh, how many rap days do you have?
I have 2.
Rap days, for those who don't know, are when you work on the production side of a picture, the talkies, and the talkie production ends. The production team a lot of times has extra days where they're not filming anything, but it's to wrap up loose ends,
Yeah,
Get their
finalize the
finalize,
budget.
yeah, all that.
and,
So
you
that
know,
would be a rap day, and she gets 2 of them. And that's
Well,
rich.
I get 2 paid, but it always ends up being so much more than that. It's always like I still get messages like a month after production ends and is like, "Hey, do you have this like one receipt? I can't seem to find it," or you know,
Oh,
things
God.
like that. Yeah. Shout out Romeo asking me for something from the production that we did in January.
Oh God, how embarrassing.
Yeah, I know.
What is your week like? Alex.
So I'm getting, as mentioned earlier, my new job. We have an office and a creative space now. So I get to kind of set up my desk and in the office, and we're getting settled in there. We got all the furniture and everything was delivered. And this is kind of our first full week of really having the space now to actually sit down and start executing these things we've been planning since January 1, which is just really exciting because there's so many things to get going on, and it's all exciting things, but it's like now we need to put them into motion. So now that we have the space to be able to do that, I get to start getting my, hands dirty and all of it, which is exciting. And then, yeah. So it's a good week. Good week coming up.
It's going to be a good week.
Let us know how you feel about video, and we're going to improve.
Yeah, we promise we'll get better.
We are this is really just our first time testing it, just to even see what the process looks like for us, because we really have the audio down. Mm-hmm. So we're like, well, how do we keep expanding on this? But we want to say thank you so much to all the new listeners, people that tune back in every week, and apologies again for the week off, but we are set up now for success and some exciting guests and things happening here in the coming weeks. And and also shoot us an email or a DM. We love to hear from you. Shout out to those people, those of you that have left comments. We love to read that. You're connecting to maybe one of our specific stories in an episode, and it really helps us with kind of gauging what you want to hear and what we can continue to talk about and elaborate on and bring to the show.
Yeah, and be sure to check out the Instagram post that we do that has the photo dump of everything that we talked about in this episode. So it kind of puts context to things.
Yeah,
we love to do that.
Follow us, all of the things.
Yeah, we love to hear from you. So thank you so much. Everyone have a blessed weekend.
Yes, I agree with that statement.
I'm Alex.
I'm Chloe.
I'm Allison.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. This is Traumedy, guys. We're heading off the air now, so we gotta say bye. We came on out and we spilled out our lives, and now it's time to say goodbye. Oh, now it's time to say goodbye.
Is that to the tune of Miss American Pie?
Yeah.
All right.
Except it was improv. That's skill. No imposter here.
Bye.
When I laugh to get through it, don't feel bad for me.